Jennifer Lynn Affleck, née Lopez, born July 24, 1969, also known as J-Lo, is an American singer, actress, and dancer. In 1991, she began appearing as a fly girl dancer on the sketch comedy television series In Living Color, where she remained a regular until she decided to pursue an acting career in 1993. For her first leading role in Selena, 1997, she became the first Hispanic actress to earn over $1 million for a film. She went on to star in Anaconda, 1997, and Out of Sight, 1998, and established herself as the highest-paid Hispanic actress in Hollywood. Lopez ventured into the music industry with her debut studio album On the 6, 1999, which helped propel the Latin pop movement in American music, and later starred in the psychological horror The Cell, 2000. With the simultaneous release of her second studio album J-Lo and her romantic comedy The Wedding Planner in 2001, she became the first woman to have a #1 album and film in the same week. Her 2002 release, J Tatar Lo, The Remixes, became the first remix album in history to debut atop the U.S. Billboard 200. Later that year, she released her third studio album, This Is Me, then and starred in the film Made in Manhattan. After starring in Giggly, 2003, a critical and commercial failure, Lopez starred in the successful romantic comedies Shall We Dance? 2004, and Monster-in-Law, 2005. Her fifth studio album, Como Ama Una Mujer, 2007, had the highest first-week sales for a debut Spanish album in the United States. Following a relatively unsuccessful period, she returned to prominence in 2011 with her appearance as a judge on American Idol and released her seventh studio album, Love. From 2016 to 2018, she starred in the police drama series Shades of Blue and performed a residency show, Jennifer Lopez, All I Have, at Planet Hollywood Las Vegas. She also produced and served as a judge on World of Dance, 2017 to 2020. In 2019, she garnered critical acclaim for her performance as a stripper in the crime drama Hustlers. Lopez is considered a pop culture icon, and is often described as a triple threat entertainer, with a cumulative film gross of $3.1 billion and estimated global sales of 80 million records. She is considered the most influential Hispanic entertainer in North America. In 2012, Forbes ranked her the world's most powerful celebrity, and the 38th most powerful woman in the world. Time listed her among their 100 most influential people in the world in 2018. Her most successful singles on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 include If You Had My Love, I'm Real, Ain't It Funny, All I Have, and On the Floor. For her contributions to the recording industry, she has a landmark star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and has received the Billboard Icon Award and the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award, among other honors. Her other ventures include beauty and clothing lines, fragrances, a production company, and a charitable foundation. Early life. Jennifer Lynn Lopez was born on July 24, 1969, in the Bronx, a borough of New York City, and raised in its Castle Hill neighborhood. Her parents, David Lopez and Guadalupe Rodriguez, were born in Puerto Rico and moved to the U.S. mainland as children. After serving in the Army, David worked as a computer technician at Guardian Insurance Company. Guadalupe was a homemaker for the first 10 years of Lopez's life and later worked as a Tupperware salesperson and a kindergarten and gym teacher. They divorced in the 1990s after 33 years of marriage. Lopez is a middle child. She has an older sister, Leslie, and a younger sister, Linda. The three shared a bedroom. Lopez has described her upbringing as strict. She was raised in a Roman Catholic family. She attended Mass every Sunday and received a Catholic education, attending Holy Family School and the all-girls Preston High School. In school, Lopez ran track on a national level, participated in gymnastics, and was on the softball team. She danced in school musicals and played a lead role in a production of Godspell. There was lots of music in the typically Puerto Rican household, and Lopez and her sisters were encouraged to sing, dance and create their own plays for family events. West Side Story made a particular impression on the young Lopez and she wanted to be an entertainer from an early age. At the age of 5, she began taking dance lessons at Ballet Hispanico on the Upper West Side. As a teenager, she learned flamenco, jazz, and ballet at the Kips Bay Boys and Girls Club and taught dance to younger students, including Kerry Washington. After graduating from high school, she had a part-time secretarial job at a law firm and studied business at New York's Baruch College. For one semester, Lopez made her acting debut at age 16 with a small role in the 1986 film My Little Girl. At age 18, she enrolled as a full-time student at Manhattan's Phil Black Dance Studio, where she had already taken night classes in jazz and tap dance. Her parents were unhappy with her decision to leave college to pursue a dance career. Her mother asked her to move out of the family home and they stopped speaking for 8 months. Lopez moved to Manhattan, sleeping in the dance studio's office for the first few months. Career: professional dancing and early acting roles. 1989 to 1996. Lopez's first professional job came in 1989 when she spent 5 months touring Europe with the musical revue show Golden Musicals of Broadway. She was the only member of the chorus not to have a solo and later characterized it as a pivotal moment where she realized the importance of a tough skin in the entertainment business. In 1990, she danced alongside MC Hammer in an episode of Yo! MTV Raps and traveled around Japan for 4 months as a chorus member in Synchronicity. When she returned to the United States, she was hired as a backup dancer for New Kids on the Block's performance of Games at the 1991 American Music Awards. She also traveled around America with regional productions of the musicals Jesus Christ Superstar and Oklahoma. During this period, Lopez also danced in music videos including Doug E. Fresh's Summertime, Richard Rodgers' Can't Stop Loving You, EPMD's Rampage, and Samantha Fox's Hurt Me, Hurt Me. But the Pants Stay On. Lopez's most high-profile job as a professional dancer was as a fly girl, jazz-funk dancer on the sketch comedy television series In Living Color, which starred comedians including Jamie Foxx and Jim Carrey. At the New York audition, the show's choreographer, Rosie Perez, noticed that Lopez had star quality, and did not complain. Not once, when asked to repeatedly perform the dance routine. Lopez moved to Los Angeles in late 1991 for the job. She filmed In Living Color during the day and attended acting classes taught by Aaron Spicer at night. The head of Virgin Records considered signing the Fly Girls as a girl group to rival the Spice Girls. But the deal fell apart. after appearing as a fly girl in seasons 3 and 4 of In Living Color. Lopez left to work as a backup dancer for Janet Jackson, and appeared in the music video for That's the Way Love Goes. She was scheduled to tour with Jackson on her Janet World Tour in late 1993 but opted to pursue an acting career instead. Lopez's first professional acting job was a small recurring role on the television show South Central. 1994. She was invited to audition for the pilot by a casting director who had seen her speak to camera during a behind-the-scenes In Living Color segment. Lopez then acquired an agent and was cast in the CBS show Second Chances and its spin-off Hotel Malibu. She appeared in the direct-to-video drama film Lost in the Wild. 1993. For her first major movie role, in Gregory Nava's 1995 drama Mi Familia, Lopez received a nomination for the Independent Spirit Award for Best Supporting Actress. Lopez then starred in the action comedy Money Train. 1995. Kenneth Turan of the Los Angeles Times said she mostly holds her own, with co-stars Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson, while Stephen Holden of the New York Times praised her scene-stealing charm. In 1996, Lopez had a supporting role opposite Robin Williams in the comedy Jack. She next starred opposite Jack Nicholson in the neo-noir thriller Blood and Wine. 1997. David Rooney of Variety felt Lopez delivered in Juggling the smoldering and soulful sides of the character, but Lisa Schwartzbaum of Entertainment Weekly said she was used as a placemarker rather than as a real girl. Movie and pop stardom. 1997 to 2002. With her casting as the singer Selena Quintanilla Perez in the biopic Selena. 1997. Lopez became the first Latina actress to earn $1 million. She was excited by the rare opportunity to actually star in a movie, in the title role, but expressed disappointment that other Latina actors were not being afforded the same opportunities. Despite having previously worked with the film's director on Mi Familia, Lopez participated in an intense auditioning process and spent time with the late singer's family in Corpus Christi, Texas before filming began. Roger Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times described it as a star-making performance and particularly enjoyed the on-stage scenes. She has the star presence to look convincing in front of 100,000 fans. Kenneth Turan of the Los Angeles Times praised the incandescent performance. Over the years, many have considered her performance worthy of a nomination at the Academy Awards. I felt she not only should have been nominated, but she should have won an Oscar for that part, director and writer Gregory Nava says. Nava felt so strongly about Lopez's performance he approached the heads of Warner Bros. At the time, and asked for an Academy campaign. He remembers they said, "She deserves it. But the Academy will never nominate her. They'll never nominate a Latina." Later in 1997, Lopez starred opposite Ice Cube in the horror film Anaconda. While Joe Layden of Variety found Anaconda silly, he said the film deserved a little credit for being the first movie of its kind to have a Latina and an African American as its stars in the crime film U-Turn. 1997. Lopez appeared topless in a sex scene that was added by director Oliver Stone during filming. Speaking in 2003, Lopez said it was not something I would have chosen to do, and that she and Stone fought over it. It's hard being the only woman on a set. But it actually worked in the movie. This woman, Grace, had become a piece of flesh, almost her body wasn't her own. Lopez starred opposite George Clooney In the crime caper Out of Sight. 1998. Steven Soderbergh's adaptation of the Elmore Leonard novel of the same name. Cast is a deputy federal marshal who falls for a charming criminal. Lopez won rave reviews for her performance. Janet Maslin of The New York Times described it as her best movie role thus far. And she brings it both seductiveness and grit. If it was hard to imagine a hard-working, pistol-packing bombshell on the page, it couldn't be easier here. To Run of the Los Angeles Times described Lopez as an actress who can be convincingly tough and devastatingly erotic, and said the film solidified her position as a woman you can confidently build a film around. Her co-star George Clooney noted of her performance. In November 2020, every actress in town read for that part. And part of it was that she had to be sexy. But you also had to believe that she could shoot you and kill you. And Jennifer had all of that. You know. You believe every minute when she picked up a gun. She might pull the trigger and blow your head off. And she was really good. She was wonderful in the film. And it's funny because she's had an amazing career. And gone on to do so many things. And sort of be an all-around entertainer. But I think if you look back, that's a performance that really stands out for her. Also in 1998, Lopez provided the voice of Azteca in the animated film Ants. Lopez launched a music career in 1999. Because, after Selena, she had missed the excitement of the stage and was really feeling her Latin roots. Lopez's new manager Benny Medina sought to position her as a brand name that will cross over into all media. Lopez recorded a Spanish-language demo for circulation among prospective labels. Tommy Mottola, the head of Sony Music's workgroup, signed her but suggested that she sing in English instead. Her debut album On the 6, named after the 6 subway line which connected her childhood home in the Bronx to Manhattan, was filled with what Ed Morales of the Los Angeles Times described as state-of-the-art dance pop. Even if Lopez's vocals are largely anonymous, the album was a success and Lopez's debut single, If You Had My Love, topped the Billboard Hot 100, with another single, Waiting for Tonight, reaching number 8. In 2000, Lopez and then-boyfriend Sean Combs attended the Grammy Awards, with Lopez wearing a plunging green Versace silk chiffon dress. The dress generated worldwide attention and became the most popular search query in Google's history, leading to the creation of Google Images. Lopez returned to the big screen in 2000, starring in the psychological thriller The Cell. David Edelstein of Slate remarked that the imperious Lopez was trying to look waifishly expectant, while Amy Taubin of The Village Voice noted that she appeared to be engaged in some kind of pouting competition in lieu of acting. Lopez became the first woman to have a #1 film and album simultaneously when, in early 2001, the romantic comedy The Wedding Planner, co-starring Matthew McConaughey, and her sophomore album J-Lo were released in the same week. In a review of The Wedding Planner, Bob Graham of the San Francisco Chronicle remarked that, while there was no doubt of Lopez's screen poise or acting chops, she should choose comedic projects with more bite. Jessica Winter of The Village Voice found her bewilderingly miscast as a buttoned-down, celibate woman, writing that the movie achieves the dubious but perversely impressive feat, for its 90-minute duration, of neutering Jennifer Lopez. The album J-Lo received mixed reviews. John Paralys of Rolling Stone was unimpressed by her merely adequate studio-assisted voice. While dance pop doesn't necessarily demand great singers, Lopez is just scraping by. J. Lo ultimately became the best-selling release of her career, and included the singles, Love Don't Cost a Thing, and I'm Real, the latter of which reached #1 in the U.S. In other 2001 work, Lopez launched her first business venture, the clothing line J. Lo by Jennifer Lopez, and starred opposite Jim Caviezel in the romantic drama Angel Eyes. Lopez's performance was well reviewed, with Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle describing her as an actress who can do things other movie stars can't do. She doesn't push, just thinks, and her thoughts and emotions burn into the film, the romantic comedy Made in Manhattan, 2002, in which Lopez starred opposite Ralph Fiennes, became the highest-grossing film of her career. Reviewing Made in Manhattan, A.O. Scott of The New York Times enjoyed Lopez as a romantic lead and said, her greatest skill is in actress, and the key to her brain-addling sexiness may be her ability to melt without cracking. The hard shell of composure she wears. She starred as an abused wife seeking revenge in the thriller Enough. An overworked Lopez suffered a nervous breakdown in 2001 while filming it. Upon its release in 2002, Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times was unimpressed by the tacky material, and was surprised to see an actress like Jennifer Lopez involved with the project. Nathan Rabin of the AV Club said, the film's idiocy works for Lopez. Every diva needs at least one camp classic on her resume. Lopez released 2 albums in 2002. The first was a remix album, J Tatar Lo. The remixes, featuring rappers Ja Rule, 50 Cent, Fat Joe and P. Diddy. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200, with its lead single Ain't It Funny, Murder Remix, reaching the top of the Billboard Hot 100. Lopez's third studio album, This Is Me, Then, was released in late 2002. John Caramanica of The Village Voice was unimpressed by her studio-enhanced vocals and expressed bemusement as to how the mega-millionaire Bronx expat public fantasy bombshell was making the least interesting music on the pop charts today, despite having the highest opening sales of Lopez's career. The album charted at #6 on the Billboard 200. The album's lead single, Jenny from the Block, peaked at #3 on the Billboard Hot 100, while its second single, All I Have, reached #1. In 2002 business ventures, Lopez opened Madres, a Los Angeles restaurant serving Latin cuisine, and released her first fragrance, Glow by J.Lo. It became the top-selling fragrance in the U.S., and Lopez has since released over 18 fragrances as part of a licensing deal with Coty. Box office failures and declining record sales. 2003 to 2010. Lopez became the subject of widespread media criticism in 2003 due to her public relationship with Affleck and the tabloid depiction of her as a demanding diva. Her perceived diva behavior and relationship with Affleck was also parodied on South Park in the episode, Fat Butt and Pancake Head. The Guardian published an article exploring her bilious media coverage, with journalist Lawrence Donegan positing that indefensible misogyny and racism were to blame for her position as the most vilified woman in modern popular culture. Lopez fired both her personal manager Benny Medina and her publicist in mid-2003. The New York Times reported that movie executives had become frustrated by having their communications with Lopez largely filtered through Medina. She became the face of Louis Vuitton's fall-winter advertising campaign and starred opposite Affleck in the romantic comedy Giggly. 2003. The film was a box office bomb and is considered one of the worst films of all time. Rex Reed of The Observer criticized the lead actors, writing that the film reminds the world how pathetically incompetent they both are in the only two things that matter in career: longevity, craft and talent. Roger Ebert agreed that the movie doesn't quite work, but instead considered Lopez and Affleck appealing in their performances, and that they have chemistry together. Lopez had a minor role opposite Affleck in the film Jersey Girl. 2004. Following test audiences' negative reactions to the on-screen couple, Lopez's screen time was halved. Lopez later described this as the lowest point of her career and admitted she felt eviscerated by the media coverage surrounding Giggly. "I lost my sense of self. Questioned if I belonged in this business. Thought maybe I did suck at everything. And my relationship self-destructed in front of the entire world. It was a 2-year thing for me until I picked myself up again." Later in 2004, Lopez launched her second fashion label, Sweet Face, and starred opposite Richard Gere in the romantic comedy drama Shall We Dance?, which was a box office success. The marketing for the romantic comedy Monster-in-Law, 2005, in which Lopez starred opposite Jane Fonda, played up her giggly and tabloid-tarnished image, and it became a box office success. She released her fourth studio album, Rebirth, in early 2005. It was recorded during a period where Lopez felt a little bit lost. "Trying to get my footing in a new life. I had just gotten married to singer Mark Anthony. I wasn't with Benny Medina." Alexis Petridis of The Guardian remarked that the album title suggests even Lopez has realized that something is amiss with her career. Despite the highlights, you're still left pondering the question, what happened to Jennifer Lopez? While the album reached number 2 on the Billboard 200 and its lead single, Get Right, charted at number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100. The second and final single, Hold You Down, peaked at number 64. She returned the Billboard Hot 100 the following year, at number 4, when she was a featured artist on Control Myself, the lead single from LL Cool J's 12th studio album. Lopez's next 3 movie projects were box office failures. She starred alongside Robert Redford and Morgan Freeman in the drama An Unfinished Life. 2005. Ebert of the Chicago Sun-Times predicted that the typical review would be unkind. "It will have no respect for Jennifer Lopez. Because she is going through a period right now when nobody is satisfied with anything she does. Give Lopez your permission to be good again. She is the same actress now as when we thought her so new and fine." In 2006, she reunited with Gregory Nava, the director of both Mi Familia and Selena, to star in the crime drama Bordertown as a journalist investigating female homicides in Ciudad Juárez, Mexico. The film was negatively reviewed and received a direct-to-video release. David Darcy of Screen Daily found Lopez unconvincing as a journalist in 2007. She starred opposite her then-husband Mark Anthony in the music biopic El Cantante, which told the story of Puerto Rican salsa singer Héctor Lavoe and his wife Poochie. Lopez later expressed particular pride in her work in it, and it is also the first movie she produced. Even though El Cantante did not perform well at the overall box office, it is still the 28th highest-grossing musical biopic of all time. The film received mixed reviews from film critics. Mick LaSalle of the San Francisco Chronicle considered it her most mannered, least relaxed and least convincing performance to date. A.O. Scott of The New York Times praised Lopez's performance, noting that it had a lot of fight with a hard, skeptical edge that made Pucci a more interesting and plausible character than her husband. Lopez received a Premios Juventud nomination for Best Actress for her performance. Lopez released 2 studio albums in 2007. Her 5th album, Como Ama Una Mujer, was her first to be recorded entirely in Spanish. Chris Willman of Entertainment Weekly acknowledged that the album offered fairly persuasive proof that Lopez can sing, but was unimpressed by the flaccid torch songs. It reached number 10 on the Billboard 200. The lead single, Que Hiciste, reached number 86 on the Billboard Hot 100, while the second single, Mi Jesus Falta, failed to chart. Lopez's 6th studio album Brave, released later that year, was her lowest charting album worldwide. Jonathan Bernstein of Entertainment Weekly was disappointed that Lopez had returned to listless vocals for her Back to the Dance Floor album. The album debuted at number 12 on the Billboard 200 and produced 2 singles, Do It Well and Hold It Don't Drop It. The first peaked at number 31 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, while the latter failed to chart. While pregnant with twins, Lopez embarked upon her first ever concert tour, a show co-headlined by Anthony. In September 2007, she also created, produced and was featured in the MTV show Dance Life, after giving birth to twins in February 2008. Lopez took a career break. Her restaurant Madres closed permanently, as did her 2 fashion lines. After rehiring former manager Medina, Lopez released 2 songs in late 2009, Louboutins, and Fresh Out of the Oven. The songs were intended for her 7th studio album but failed to make an appearance on the Billboard charts, leading to her departure from Sony Music and Epic Records. Lopez's first theatrical role in 3 years was in the romantic comedy The Backup Plan. 2010. Manila Dargis of The New York Times was unimpressed by the movie and described Lopez as an appealing screen presence with a disappointing big-screen track record. That's probably not all her fault. Romantic roles for women often are the provenance of the bland or the blonde. American Idol and Vegas residency. 2011 to 2018. A big turning point in Lopez's career came in 2011, when she joined the judging panel of the singing competition series American Idol. She accepted the job at a time when she was not getting offered a whole bunch of movies, and the show returned her to prominence. Hannah Elliott of Forbes described it as a remarkable comeback. Idol humanized her. Viewers who knew only an attention-grabbing siren met a hard-working, self-made, empathetic single mother, who got emotional when contestants did well and when they failed. She returned as a judge for the 11th season, earning a reported $20 million, and again for the 13th season, earning a reported $17.5 million. She became a brand ambassador for L'Oreal, Venus and Fiat, and launched the Jennifer Lopez Collection, a clothing and homeware line with Tommy Hilfiger for Kohl's, after signing a new recording contract with Island Records. Lopez's 7th studio album, Love, was released in early 2011. While the album itself was a moderate commercial success, the single, On the Floor, was one of the year's most successful songs. It reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100. becoming her highest charting single as a lead artist since All I Have. Lopez's greatest hits album, Dance Again, The Hits, was released in mid-2012 to fulfill her contractual obligations with her former label Epic Records. Lopez, who was divorcing Anthony and navigating the breakup of a family, felt as if the album's sole single, Dance Again, had come to her at the perfect moment. Dance Again reached number 17 on the US Billboard Hot 100. Lopez launched the Dance Again World Tour, her first headlining concert tour, in mid-2012. It grossed over $1 million per show. Also that year, she launched Theology, a luxury T-shirt brand. Lopez returned to the big screen in 2012, starring alongside an ensemble cast in the film What to Expect When You're Expecting, which is based on the novel of the same name. Lopez voiced She-Ra, a saber-toothed tiger, in the animated film, Ice Age: Continental Drift, the fourth film in the Ice Age franchise. Also in 2012, a talent show, Que Viva, The Chosen followed Lopez, Anthony, and director-choreographer Jamie King as they traveled across 21 countries in Latin America to find new talent for a Las Vegas show. In 2013, Lopez starred alongside Jason Statham in the crime thriller Parker, in which she played Leslie. Her performance earned positive reviews, with Chicago Tribune commending the role for giving Lopez an opportunity to be dramatic, romantic, funny, depressed, euphoric and violent. The audience stays with her all the way. Lopez became the chief creative officer of Nuvo TV and founded the mobile phone retail brand Viva Mobile. She was an executive producer of the television series The Fosters. Lopez's eighth studio album, A.K.A., was released in mid-2014 through Capitol Records. Experiencing lackluster sales, the album produced 3 singles: I Lou Ya Papi, featuring French Montana, First Love, and Booty, featuring Iggy Azalea. They reached 77, 87 and 18 respectively on the Billboard Hot 100. Also that year, Lopez released We Are One, Ola, quote, the official song for the 2014 FIFA World Cup along with Pitbull and Claudia Leite. Lopez partnered with Endless Jewelry on a range of jewelry and released a book, True Love, which became a New York Times bestseller. 2015 saw the release of The Boy Next Door, an erotic thriller that Lopez both co-produced and starred in as a high school teacher who becomes involved with a student, which eventually leads to his dangerous obsession with her. The film received negative reviews from critics. Despite this, it became her most successful opening at the box office for a live-action film since Monster-in-Law. Lopez had a voice role in the animated feature Home and contributed the single Feel the Light to the film's official soundtrack. Lopez also starred in the independent drama film Leela and Eve, alongside Viola Davis. From 2016 to 2018, Lopez had a residency concert show, All I Have, at Planet Hollywood's Zappos Theater in Las Vegas. She performed 120 shows during the 3-year run, grossing over $100 million in ticket sales. At the beginning of the residency, Lopez signed a multi-album deal with her former label Epic Records, but instead of an album, she opted to release standalone singles including Ain't Your Mama, Ni Tu Ni Yo, Ama, 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 El Año, and Dinero, featuring DJ Khaled and Cardi B. The highest charting of these were Ain't Your Mama and Dinero. reaching 76 and 80 respectively on the Billboard Hot 100. While the former's music video received over 800 million views on YouTube. In collaboration with Giuseppe Zanotti, Lopez designed a capsule collection of shoes and jewelry and, with Inglot Cosmetics, launched a limited edition makeup collection. From 2016 to 2018, Lopez produced and starred in NBC's crime drama series Shades of Blue as Detective Harley Santos, a single mother and police detective in New York City who goes undercover for the FBI to investigate her own squad. Starring alongside the great Ray Liotta, Lopez's performance received positive reviews. Lopez was executive producer and judge on NBC's successful series World of Dance. Lopez reprised her voice role as Shira in the animated film Ice Age: Collision Course, 2016. In 2018, Lopez was named one of Time's 100 most influential people in the world, and starred in the comedy film Second Act, directed by Peter Siegel. She also produced the film, and recorded the single, Limitless, for its soundtrack. Second Act earned mixed reviews from critics, but performed well at the box office, grossing $72.3 million during its theatrical run. Hustlers and Super Bowl 54 halftime show, 2019–present. Lopez starred in the film Hustlers, 2019, for which she also served as an executive producer, and which grossed over $100 million in North American box office receipts alone. Directed by Laureen Scafaria, the film is inspired by a true story. Following a group of Manhattan strippers who con wealthy men, Lopez's portrayal of a veteran stripper in Hustlers garnered acclaim from critics, with some deeming it the best performance of her acting career. The film also gave Lopez her highest opening weekend at the box office for a live-action film, grossing $33.2 million. And garnered her nominations for Best Supporting Actress at the Golden Globe Awards, Screen Actors Guild Awards, Critics' Choice Movie Awards and Independent Spirit Awards, but snubbed of a nomination at the Academy Awards. The success of Hustlers has been regarded by various media outlets as a comeback as an actress for Lopez. She was announced as the global face of the Coach brand and launched a collection of sunglasses with the brand Key Australia. Also in September 2019, Lopez modeled an updated version of her green Versace dress at Milan Fashion Week. Her appearance generated $31.8 million in total media impact value. She also became executive producer of the two television series, Good Trouble and Thanks a Million. In 2019, Lopez embarked on an international concert tour, It's My Party, to celebrate her 50th birthday. The tour grossed an estimated $54.7 million from 38 shows. In February 2020, Lopez co-headlined the Super Bowl 54 halftime show in Miami, Florida alongside Shakira. The performance included an appearance by her child Emmy Muniz. The performance was widely praised and is currently the most watched Super Bowl 54 halftime show to date. In January 2021, she performed at the 2021 inauguration of President Joe Biden in Washington, D.C., where she sang, This Land Is Your Land, and America the Beautiful, while also reciting the last phrase of the Pledge of Allegiance in Spanish. She also released a number of singles between 2019 and 2021, including Medicine, featuring French Montana, Pa T plus Lonely, with Maluma, and Cambia El Paso, with Rauw Alejandro. In January 2021, Lopez launched her skincare line, JLO Beauty, in mid-2021. Lopez signed a multi-year deal with Netflix to produce a range of films and television shows. Through Nuyorican Productions, Lopez starred opposite Owen Wilson and Maluma in the romantic comedy Marry Me, which was filmed in late 2019 and released in February 2022. The film grossed over $50 million at the box office while becoming the most streamed day-and-date film on Peacock, and received generally mixed reviews from critics. Lopez also released a soundtrack for the movie, which generated the singles On My Way and Marry Me. In late March 2022, she did a live performance of On My Way and Get Right alongside Grammy and Tony winner Billy Porter, and some of the queens from RuPaul's Drag Race, in connection to her receiving the Icon Award at 2022 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Her next project was the documentary Jennifer Lopez, Halftime, 2022, which focuses on Lopez's life following the release of Hustlers and in preparation for her 2020 Super Bowl performance. Halftime garnered positive reviews from film critics. In October 2021 and March 2022, Lopez was on location in Canada and Gran Canaria for the action feature The Mother, directed by Nikki Caro, and which will be released on Netflix in late 2022. The action comedy Shotgun Wedding, a movie that was filmed from February to April 2021 in the Dominican Republic, and in which she stars opposite Josh Duhamel and Lenny Kravitz, will be released directly on Amazon Prime Video in 2023. Lopez is expected to start filming the sci-fi thriller Atlas in August 2022. She also has several projects in the works as a producer. Personal life. Lopez was in a nearly decade-long relationship with David Cruz, her high school boyfriend, until the mid-1990s. She would later say of Cruz, "You get lucky. You have a first love like that." She was married to Cuban waiter Ajani Noah from February 1997 to January 1998. In subsequent court cases, Noah was prevented from publishing a book about their marriage and from using private honeymoon footage of Lopez in a documentary. Lopez was in an on-off relationship with record producer and rapper Sean Combs, then known as Puff Daddy, from 1999 to early 2001. On the night of December 27, 1999, Lopez and Combs were arrested and charged with criminal possession of a weapon and possession of stolen property, after leaving the scene of a shooting at a Times Square nightclub. Charges against Lopez were dropped within an hour while Combs was acquitted of all charges at trial. In early 2001, they broke up shortly thereafter. Lopez later said that, while she had cared very much about Combs, the crazy, tumultuous relationship was always something I knew would end. She was married to Chris Judd, her former backup dancer, from September 2001 to June 2002, after divorcing Judd. Lopez was in a relationship with actor and filmmaker Ben Affleck from mid-2002 to early 2004. Although they had crossed paths several times before, most notably at the 70th Academy Awards and at the premiere of Armageddon, both in 1998. The first major meeting was on the set of Giggly, 2003. In December 2001, they later worked together on the music video for Jenny from the Block and the film Jersey Girl. 2004. Her album This Is Me then was dedicated to and inspired by Affleck. Their relationship was extensively publicized. Tabloids referred to the couple as Bennifer, a portmanteau Vanity Fair described as the first of that sort of tabloid branding. They became engaged in November 2002. But their planned wedding on September 14, 2003, was postponed with 4 days' notice because of excessive media attention. They ended their engagement in January 2004. Years later, Lopez said Affleck's discomfort with media scrutiny was one reason for their split and described it as her first real heartbreak. "I think different time. Different thing. Who knows what could have happened. But there was a genuine love there." Lopez was married to singer Marc Anthony from June 2004 to June 2014. They had previously worked together and dated for a few months in the late 1990s. Their wedding took place 5 months after the end of her relationship with Affleck. She later described it as a band-aid on the cut, and recalled a rocky start to the marriage. During their marriage, they collaborated on music and performed together, as well as co-starring in El Cantante. 2006. Lopez gave birth to fraternal twins, a boy and a girl, on Long Island in February 2008. People paid a reported $6 million for the first photographs of the twins, making them the most expensive celebrity pictures ever taken at the time. In 2009, Anthony and Lopez purchased a stake in the Miami Dolphins. The couple announced their separation in July 2011. Anthony filed for divorce in April 2012 and it was finalized in June 2014. Lopez retained primary physical custody of the 2 children. Lopez occasionally performs with her daughter. Lopez had an on-off relationship with her former backup dancer Casper Smart from October 2011 to August 2016. She dated New York Yankees baseball player Alex Rodriguez from February 2017 to early 2021. They became engaged in March 2019 but postponed their wedding twice due to the COVID-19 pandemic. In response to tabloid speculation about the state of their relationship, they released a statement in March 2021, saying they were working through some things. They announced the end of their relationship in April 2021. In April 2021, Lopez and Affleck were reported to be dating again, with Lopez publicly confirming their rekindled relationship that July. In the years after their breakup, they had remained in contact and spoken highly of each other in the press. Both Affleck and Lopez have spoken of the gift of a second chance with each other since reuniting. On April 8, 2022, Lopez announced their second engagement. 20 years after the first proposal. They were married in Las Vegas on July 16, 2022. Other activities. Philanthropy. Following the September 11 attacks, Lopez was heavily involved in charitable activities, joining various other artists. She was featured on charitable singles such as What's Going On and El Último Adiós, The Last Goodbye, quote, which benefited people affected by the tragedy. $1 from each ticket sold at Lopez and Anthony's co-headlining North American concert tour, which grossed an estimated $10 million, was donated to Run for Something Better, a charitable organization supporting physical fitness programs for children. In February 2007, Lopez was honored with the Artists for Amnesty Prize by the human rights organization Amnesty International, for her work in the film Bordertown, which shed light on the hundreds of feminicides in Ciudad Juárez. Lopez described it as one of the world's most shocking and disturbing, underreported crimes against humanity. Since early in her life, she has been passionate about supporting children. For example, Her album Rebirth is dedicated to Paige Peterson, an 11-year-old cancer patient whom Lopez befriended during visits to the Children's Hospital, Los Angeles. Peterson died in November 2004. Lopez noting that, "I don't like to do my charity work in public. That's not what you do it for." Lopez had wanted to create a charitable foundation for years, but it wasn't until 2009 that she launched the Lopez Family Foundation, originally known as the Maribel Foundation, alongside her sister, Linda. The non-profit organization seeks to increase the availability of healthcare for underprivileged women and children, offering a telemedicine program supported by a partnership with the Children's Hospital Los Angeles. The foundation has led to the expansion of medical facilities in Panama and Puerto Rico, and created the Center for a Healthy Childhood at the Montefiore Medical Center in the Bronx. In December 2012, Lopez held a charity drive that would affect her three favorite charities: the Gloria Wise Boys and Girls Club, the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, as well as the American Red Cross, mainly benefiting victims of Hurricane Sandy, which devastated parts of her hometown, New York City. In May 2015, she became the first national celebrity spokesperson for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals and the BC Children's Hospital Foundation, BCCHF, appearing in a campaign entitled, "Put Your Money Where the Miracles Are." That September, Lopez was announced as the first global advocate for girls and women at the United Nations Foundation. This role sees her mobilizing action to address challenges faced by girls and women around the world, including maternal health care programs, education and violence against women. In September 2017, following Hurricane Irma and Hurricane Maria, Lopez announced that she would be donating $1 million from the proceeds of her Las Vegas residency to humanitarian aid for Puerto Rico. Along with ex-husband Mark Antony, she launched a humanitarian relief campaign entitled Somos Una Voz, English, We Are One Voice, an effort supported by various celebrities to rush supplies to areas affected by Hurricane Maria. Lopez and Antony presented a subsequent concert and telethon for disaster relief. One Voice, Somos Live, quote, which raised over $35 million. She was also among various artists featured on Lin-Manuel Miranda's charity single, Almost Like Praying, which benefits Puerto Rico. As of 2021, continues to regularly donate and support charities. In September 2021, she launched a new partnership called Limitless Labs that will support and empower Latina entrepreneurs and business owners. In June 2022, Lopez partnered with nonprofit Grameen America to financially empower women-led Latina businesses. In a major philanthropic effort for Lopez, she'll join the organization as a national ambassador, and in concert with her own Limitless Labs, which aims to support Latina-owned small businesses. She and Grameen Americas detailed their collective goal to empower Latina entrepreneurs across 50 U.S. cities with $14 billion in business capital and 6 million hours of financial education and training by 2030. Lopez has performed at charity concerts throughout her career. In 2022, Lopez headlined the Los Angeles Dodgers Foundation's star-studded 6th annual Blue Diamond Gala. The event raised a record-breaking $3.6 million to support LADF in their mission to improve education, healthcare, homelessness, and social justice for all Angelinos. Political views. Lopez is an avid supporter of LGBT rights, and has raised millions of dollars for HIV/AIDS research. In June 2013, AMFAR presented Lopez with its Humanitarian Award for her philanthropic work. That September, she was awarded the Ally for Equality Award presented by the Human Rights Campaign for her support of the LGBT community. The following year, she received the GLAAD Vanguard Award. In July 2016, Lopez released a single entitled, "Love Make the World Go Round", a collaboration with Lin-Manuel Miranda, which benefits victims of the Orlando nightclub shooting. She was also featured on the song, "Hands", along with numerous other artists, also benefiting those affected by the Orlando shooting. Among numerous other artists, Lopez signed an open letter from Billboard magazine to the United States Congress in 2016, which demanded action on gun control. Lopez endorsed President Barack Obama in his 2012 presidential campaign, speaking in television advertisements and attending a fundraising event for Obama in Paris. She endorsed Democratic presidential nominee Hillary Clinton in 2016, headlining a free concert in Florida in support of her that October. In June 2020, Lopez attended a Black Lives Matter movement protest in Los Angeles, in connection with the broader George Floyd protests. Lopez has also been an active advocate for the Time's Up movement. In January 2022, became one of the co-chairs for Michelle Obama's When We All Vote. Artistry, influences and musical style. Lopez has cited Madonna as her first big musical influence, explaining, "It was all about Madonna for me. She inspired me to want to sing, to dance, to work hard." Other big influences in her life include Tina Turner, Whitney Houston, James Brown, and Michael Jackson. Growing up, she was influenced by Latin music styles ranging from salsa to bachata, and artists including Celia Cruz and Tito Puente. It was the 1979 hip-hop song, "Rapper's Delight", by the Sugar Hill Gang that she said changed her life. She was also hugely inspired in her youth by Rita Moreno's performance in the 1961 musical film, West Side Story, noting that she was Puerto Rican, like herself at a time when that was rare in Hollywood. Speaking of musicals being an essential influence, she has said that, "Musicals were a part of the tapestry of my childhood," and crediting her mom, saying, "My mom was also the mom who got me into musicals and introduced me to all kinds of music. I am an entertainer because of my mom." Another major influence on Lopez is Barbra Streisand, stating that, "Watching her career over the years, watching her sing and act and direct, was very inspiring to me." Lopez has cited Janet Jackson as a major inspiration for her own dance and videos, stating that she probably started dancing because of Jackson's music video for The Pleasure Principle. She has said that she also looks to the careers of Cher and Diana Ross, and has been influenced by younger artists such as Lady Gaga. According to author Ed Morales in The Latin Beat, the rhythms and roots of Latin music from bossa nova to salsa and beyond. 2003. Lopez's music explores the romantic innocence of Latin music, while strongly identifying with hip-hop. Her debut album On the Six fuses the influence of Latin music with R&B and hip-hop, which Lopez described as Latin soul. To the contrary, Morales described it as state-of-the-art dance pop. D. Lockett, writing for the Chicago Tribune, stated that songs such as Waiting for Tonight made Lopez arguably the leading artist in their dance pop movement at the time. While primarily sung in English, she speaks in Spanish and asserts her Latin heritage throughout the album, which is apparent in the song, Let's Get Loud. She has also recorded bilingual songs, including the Latin pop song, Carino, for her second album J-Lo, a departure from her previous albums. This Is Me then blends 1970s soul with streetwise hip-hop, described as autobiographical. Much of Lopez's music has centered around the ups and downs of love. The lyrical content of This Is Me then is largely focused on her relationship with Ben Affleck, with the song, Dear Ben, being described as the album's glowing centerpiece. The two Ben-inspired songs, I'm Glad, and Baby I Love You, becoming even more meaningful to the Bennifer story with time. Her first full-length Spanish-language album, Como Ama Una Mujer, features introspective lyrics about romance, heartache and self-loathing. When explaining her seventh studio album Love, Lopez stated, "There's still so much to learn, and that's why the question mark." Other recurrent themes in Lopez's music have included her upbringing in the Bronx and women's empowerment. Some critics have considered Lopez's voice to be limited and overshadowed by the production of her music, while remaining radio-friendly. Rob Sheffield of Rolling Stone remarked, "Instead of strained vocal pyrotechnics, Lopez sticks to the understated R&B murmur of a round-the-way superstar who doesn't need to belt. Because she knows you're already paying attention. She makes a little VAVA and a whole lot of voom go a long way." Meanwhile, AllMusic's Stephen Thomas Erlewine called her voice slight and wrote, "Lopez was never, ever about singing. She was about style." Entertainment Weekly criticized her vocal performance for lacking the trademark husky-voiced voluptuousness she has in her films. J.D. Considine of the Baltimore Sun regards Lopez as having a breathy, stylistic range, but lacking personality. Dance and Stage, considered one of dance's greatest success stories. Refinery 29 ranked Lopez at number 2 on 11 of pop's most iconic dances in 2015. Lopez felt an emotional connection to dance since her youth, when she specialized in ballet, jazz and flamenco. Her career commenced on the variety television sketch comedy series In Living Color, where she was a part of an ethnically diverse dance group known as the Fly Girls. Since beginning her music career, Lopez has become known for her body-emphasizing music videos, which often include dance routines. CNN's Holly Thomas noted that Lopez's years of professional dance experience gave her a captivating, commanding presence in her videos. Some of these videos have been the subject of controversy, including Jenny from the Block, Dance Again, and Booty. Her provocatively choreographed music video for If You Had My Love allowed Lopez to become a dominant figure on MTV networks worldwide. Madeline Roth of MTV wrote, "Her diverse videography encompasses some of the most memorable visuals of the 21st century." With Rolling Stone writer Brittany Spanos observing that her dancing skills and ability to toy with her own celebrity have made her videos an important part of the new millennium's pop canon. On stage, Lopez is recognized for her showmanship and sex appeal, and often includes costumes such as bodysuits as part of her performance. Author Priscilla Peña Oval stated in Dance and the Hollywood Latina, Race, Sex and Stardom, 2011, that Lopez was one of the Latin stars who used dance to gain agency as working performers with mainstream careers. Yet many of their roles paradoxically racialized and sexualized their bodies. Troy Patterson of Entertainment Weekly also observed that she used her body for emphasis on stage. She turned herself out as the fly girl hyperversion of post-feminist power, flaunting her control by toying with the threat of excess. In consequence, her star went supernova. Her signature movements include clockwise pivoting with salsa hip, circles and sequential torso undulations, while being noted to lip-sync in the early stages of career. Lopez's Dance Again World Tour was praised for showcasing live vocals and choreography synchronously. In a review of her Las Vegas residency All I Have, Los Angeles Times writer Nolan Feeney remarked that her dancing is undoubtedly the centerpiece of the show. Lopez's provocative stage performances have also drawn scrutiny at times. In May 2013, her performance on the finale of the television series Britain's Got Talent was deemed inappropriate for family-friendly television, and drew viewer complaints to Ofcom. Following her controversial performance at the musical festival Mawazine in 2015, Moroccan Prime Minister Abdelaila Benkarane called it indecent and disgraceful, while an education group claimed that she disturbed public order and tarnished women's honor and respect. Public image. Writing of Lopez's image, Andrew Barker of Variety observed, "Despite a carefully cultivated image as an imperious pop empress in ludicrously expensive outfits, her signature hits bear the titles, I'm Real, and Jenny from the Block." She managed the perilous transition from actress to music star without ever seeming to pick either. As a primary gig, she established herself as an oft-provocative sex symbol while her demeanor made it abundantly clear that she's not asking you to come hither. In 2002, Lynette Holloway of The New York Times described Lopez as overexposed. She wrote, "Forgive yourself if you are seeing Jennifer Lopez in your sleep. She is everywhere." Holloway noted her image to be a dash of ghetto fabulousness and middle-class respectability, for mass appeal. Entertainment Weekly observed a change in her public profile upon joining American Idol in 2011. Writing, "Gone was her old cut a bitch swagger. J. Lo 2.0 is an all-embracing, Oprah-field Earth Madre." Television presenter Ray Martin describes her as a showbiz phenomenon. Lopez is widely celebrated for her Callipygian figure. She has been credited with influencing a change in mainstream female body image. In Latin Sensations, 2001, Heron Marquez wrote, "Because she wasn't rail-thin, Lopez had broken the mold and allowed millions of women to feel good about their bodies. Suddenly, it was okay for women to have hips, curves, and a big backside." Vanity Fair described her buttocks as in and of themselves a cultural icon. Details magazine named Lopez the sexiest woman of the year in 1998. And she topped FHM's 100 Sexiest Women in the World list twice. In 2011, she was named the most beautiful woman by People. The following year, VH1 ranked her the fourth on their list of 100 sexiest artists, while Vibe magazine named her the most lustable celebrity of the past 20 years. In 2014, Lopez stated, "There's this funny notion in America that you can't be a mom and be sexy. It's the craziest thing I've ever heard. The truth is that women can be sexy until the day they die." In Jennifer Lopez, Halftime, 2022, she further said, "I think, sometimes, as women, we think, if I'm too sexy I won't be taken seriously. We're supposed to be celebrating women in every sense of who they are: smart, strong, sensual. You cannot just cancel out different parts of who you are. They can all coexist and be very authentic and real. Lopez has been a tabloid fixture and has admitted to having a less than perfect public image. The media has drawn comparisons between Lopez and actress Elizabeth Taylor, due to her numerous failed relationships, and Lopez has been dubbed a modern-day Liz Taylor by the media. Lynn Hirschberg of W compared her glamorous public persona to that of Taylor. Her style was described by Billboard's Lauren Savage as scantily clad. Lopez herself has said that she looked to the women who epitomize old Hollywood glamour, like Rita Hayworth, Ava Gardner and Marilyn Monroe, for inspiration to her own style. But because she grew up in the Bronx, her style has a more urban, hip-hop influence as well. Her sense of style continues to be a big part of her public image. She has received a bad reputation as being a demanding diva, something which she denies. I've always been fascinated by how much more well-behaved we have to be than men. Adding that, I got a moniker of being the diva, which I never felt I deserved. Which I don't deserve, because I've always been a hard worker, on time, doing what I'm supposed to do, and getting that label because you reach a certain amount of success. In 2003, The Observer remarked that Lopez was the woman immortalized in a million headlines as Hollywood's most demanding diva. Lopez must wonder what heinous crime she has committed to become the most vilified woman in modern popular culture. Actor and filmmaker Ben Affleck has observed the reason for her reputation as having something to do with racism and sexism. People were so fucking mean about her. Sexist, racist, ugly, vicious shit was written about her in ways that if you wrote it now, you would literally be fired for saying some of the things you said. Legacy and cultural impact. Lopez is regarded as the most influential Latin performer in North America. Credited with breaking ethnic barriers in the entertainment industry. In 1999, Lopez said the responsibility of being a role model for the Latin community initially kind of scared me because you don't want to let anybody down and you don't want to do anything wrong. I've always wanted to be the best that I can be, and I think that's more what they look to. You know, she's up there. She's doing it. She's from the same place we are. In 1999, the Record newspaper observed that she was responsible for the introduction of a Latina presence in the film industry, which was a whites-only preserve for much of its history. Described as a multi-dimensional artist who had turned into a financial powerhouse, Lopez became the highest-paid actress of Hispanic descent in history. Miriam Jimenez Romorn stated in the Afro-Latin Reader, History and Culture in the United States, 2009, that she was able to traverse the difficult racial boundaries. In 2012, business magazine Forbes suggested that Lopez may be the most powerful entertainer on the planet, and named her the world's most powerful Latino celebrity upon launching her music career in the late 1990s. Lopez contributed to the Latin explosion occurring in entertainment at the time. Writing for the Recording Academy, Brian Jark described her as the breakout female star of the Latin pop movement in American music. She was featured on the cover of the first issue of Latina magazine in 1996. With editor Galina Espinosa stating in 2011 that there is no recounting of modern Latina history without Jennifer. Around the time her career began to burgeon, the emphasis on Lopez's curvaceous figure grew. Scholar Sean Redmond wrote that this was a sign of her role and social power in the cultural changes occurring in the United States. In August 2005, Time listed Lopez as one of the most influential Hispanics in America, remarking, "Why? Because over a decade ago, she was an anonymous background dancer on the second-rated sketch comedy show. Today she's known by 2 syllables." In February 2007, People en Español named her the most influential Hispanic entertainer. In 2014, scientists named a species of aquatic mite found in Puerto Rico, Litoracna lopeza, after Lopez. Lopez is considered a global icon, and is often described as a triple threat performer. VH1 ranked her at number 15 on their list of 200 greatest pop culture icons. Number 16 on 100 greatest women in music, and number 21 on 50 greatest women of the video era. Lopez has been cited as an influence or inspiration by a range of entertainers, including Jessica Alba, Adrienne Bailon, Kat DeLuna, Mike Doughty, Fifth Harmony, Becky G, Selena Gomez, Ryan Guzman, Kelly Key, Corianka Kilcher, Demi Lovato, Normani, Rita Ora, Pitbull, Ivy Queen, Francia Racer, Naya Rivera, Bebe Rexha, Rosa Salazar, Gwen Stefani, Stuche, and Kerry Washington. In 2019, the Council of Fashion Designers of America presented her with its Fashion Icon Award for her long-standing and global impact on fashion. The green Versace jungle dress that Lopez wore at the 42nd Annual Grammy Awards in 2000 was voted the 5th most iconic red carpet dress of all time in a poll run by the Daily Telegraph. The images of Lopez wearing the dress became the most popular search query of all time at that point, and subsequently led to the creation of Google's image search. Her style has influenced a range of celebrities, including Kelly Rowland, Kim Kardashian, and Jennifer Love Hewitt. Her record-breaking fragrance line has become the most successful celebrity line in the world, with sales exceeding $2 billion as of 2012. Her first fragrance, Glow by JLO, has been credited with influencing the rise of celebrity fragrances in the 2000s, with perfume critic Chandler Burr stating, "Elizabeth Taylor was one of the first to have her own scent, but Glow kicked the whole thing into overdrive." Following the success of Lopez's appointment as a judge on American Idol in 2010, a trend of networks hiring big names for judging panels on reality shows ensued. The Hollywood Reporter branded this the J-Lo effect. Achievements. As of 2022, Lopez has sold more than 80 million records worldwide, and her films have grossed a cumulative total of $3.1 billion United States dollars. She remains the only female entertainer to have a #1 album and film simultaneously in the United States, with her second studio album J-Lo, 2001. Lopez became the first female solo recording artist under Epic Records to achieve a #1 album in the United States since its inception in 1953. Her album J Tatar Lo, The Remixes, was acknowledged by the Guinness World Records as the first #1 remix album in the United States. In 2010, Lopez was honored by the World Music Awards with the Legend Award for her contribution to the arts. Lopez's returned to prominence the following year with her single On the Floor, among the best-selling singles of all time, and its music video recognized as the highest-viewed female music video of all time by Guinness World Records in 2012. Is regarded as one of the greatest musical comebacks in history. In 2013, she was presented with the prestigious landmark 2,500th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame for her musical contributions, and Univision presented her with the World Icon Award in its Premios Juventud. In 2014, she became the first female recipient of the Billboard Icon Award. Billboard magazine ranked her as the 9th greatest dance club artist of all time in 2016. In 2017, she was awarded the Telemundo Star Award. In 2018, Lopez received the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award at the 2018 MTV Video Music Awards, making her the first Latin performer to claim the prize since its introduction in 1984. In 2022, she became the first person of Latin descent to receive the MTV Generation Award at the MTV Movie and TV Awards. She is also the first and only person in history to receive both the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award and MTV Movie and TV Awards Generation Award for her accomplishments in music, film and television. Discography. On the 1999. J. Lo. 2001. This Is Me. Then. 2002. Rebirth. 2005. Como Ama Una Mujer. 2007. Brave. 2007. Love. 2011. AKA. 2014. Filmography. Films starred. Bibliography. Lopez has written a memoir and co-written one children's book so far. Lopez. Jennifer. True Love. Celebra. 2014. ISBN 9780451468680. Lopez. Jennifer and Jimmy Fallon. Authors. Con Pollo. A Bilingual Playtime Adventure. Fievel and Friends. 2022. ISBN 9781250876362. Tours and residencies. Headlining tours. Dance Again World Tour. 2012. It's My Party Tour. 2019. Co-headlining tours. Jennifer Lopez and Marc Anthony en Concierto. 2007. Enrique Iglesias and Jennifer Lopez Tour. 2012. Residencies. Jennifer Lopez. All I Have. 2016 to 2018. See also. History of Women in Puerto Rico. Jennifer Lopez Videography. List of artists who reached number 1 in the United States. List of Puerto Ricans. Mammy. Hip Hop. New Yorican. List of most followed Instagram accounts. References. Further reading. External links. Jennifer Lopez. Official site. Jennifer Lopez Beauty. Official beauty site. Jennifer Lopez et al. Music. Jennifer Lopez et al. Movie. Jennifer Lopez discography at Discogs. Jennifer Lopez at IMDb. Appearances on C-SPAN.